Welcome you all students. I am Dr. Raziya Parvin, Head of the Department of History, Queen Mary's College. First of all, I would like to thank our Madam Principal for giving me an opportunity to give this lecture for you people for attending the placement drive. The lecture will be on the interview skills. The most common thing which is more important as far as the interview is concerned is common job interview questions. You would have seen in the Google and the other internet sites or the YouTube videos regarding this, because since you're going to attend the interview, so you people need to know all these things and all. Some of you would have come across all these things, but just for the sake of the reminder, I'm just highlighting on the job interview questions. That is the common job interview questions. The most common question is describe yourself. I'll just come with this later on. First, I'll just say what are the questions will be asked during the interview. The most possible, the prospective questions from the employer to you. Describing yourself or tell me about yourself. Then the employer may ask, are you the best person for this job and why? How do you measure your success? How would you describe yourself? Why should we hire you? What are you passionate about? Some people would be having certain hobbies and other things the employer wants to know from you. What have you learned from your mistakes? And the most common interview questions in some of the companies or in the HR thing, or what is your greatest strength and what is your greatest weakness? Why do you want to work here? What are your goals? If you are working in some other place as a part-time and other things, they may ask you, why did you leave your job? When were you most satisfied in your job? What can you do for us that other candidates can't? So they may ask this question. And if you're working somewhere, or in some of the PG students might be here, you would have worked somewhere and all. The employer may ask you, what are the 3 positive things or anything? What are the positive things that your last employer would say about you? So far we have seen the questions being the most common questions being asked by the employer. In all those questions, I'll just take few of those things and give you certain illustrations or how to deal with a question. Tell me about yourself. Generally, when the people ask about this, you will say about your name, your parents, and what you have studied and all those things. So this question is a calculated way of finding out how you organize your thoughts. So with this answer, when you give this answer, the employer find out who you are. So you need to prepare very much sufficiently for this question wherever you go, whichever company you go. Tell yourself about your strengths or your qualities, the experiences, and what you can contribute to the organization. That is more important. Focus on certain topics which is more professional than personal. So the employer is not interested to know about in person about you, because the resume will state all those things. So they want to find out who you are from the way you talk. That is a professional way, how you handle the things or how you organize the thought. So it is appropriate to mention a couple of brief facts about your personal achievements. And you need to be very concise also. Don't elaborate on your childhood, details of your academic record, etc. Now you're seeing one sample answer for tell me about yourself. So you just can have a look at it. So the person has a graduate, you can say about this. So based on this, you can arrange yourself for the question tell me about yourself. So the other things you can note down here is, I am passionate about my work, I am ambitious and driven, I am highly organized, I am a natural leader, I am results oriented, I am an excellent communicator. So the next important, as I said before, what are the strengths and the weaknesses? What are your strengths? For this, certain tips are there for giving the best response. preparing a response, that is creating a list of your strengths as they relate to the job. So there are certain job description whenever you're going to apply for a job, what kind of work is the job is related to, you should know that before. So based on the job description, you need to list out your strengths. That will help you to answer this question with confidence. Then the next one is discussing your key strengths. That is staying focused on a couple of key strengths that relate directly to the position and the company. A focused, relevant answer with one or two examples will impress your interviewer. You need to get very focused. You no need to have a very good English and all those things. You can give a simple statements and you can represent what are the strengths you have as a person. And you can share what you have to offer. Keep your answer to the point and focus on the attributes you will bring to the job and to the company. That is the necessity, that is the need for the employer. Why they want to select you. So these are the tips for the best response regarding your strengths. So you can see the clipping over there, how to answer the interview question, what is your greatness, weakness. So as far as greatest strengths, similarly each and every person have got their own weaknesses also. You can even highlight on that. So the next one is, why should we hire you instead of someone else? So be aware of the employer's needs. So they should know how you will be the best person when compared to the other. So that is the major important thing, and that is a competition also. Why the employer is selecting one person and not the other one. So be aware, you need to be very much aware of the employer's needs, what their expectation and all. So for this question, the worst answer is, you should hire me because I am a hard worker. You cannot say this answer at all. I am a hard worker, I have got excellent skill and experience and all those things. It should not come from your mouth. It has to be understood by the employer. You cannot say that. That is the worst answer. So instead of concentrating on yourself as a person, think of yourself only in relation to the prospective employer. Just state your potential to do something valuable for them in future. So the next clipping over there, just for the sake of the information, I am showing you how to convey what you're passionate about in an interview. The next important thing is displaying the confidence during the interview. So every individual, the efficiency of the individual will be shown in the confidence level. So they let the interviewer start the dialogue. You just send a positive message with your body language. You need to be very confident. I understand that you will be in a tense thing and all those things at that point of time of the interview, but you have to face the things. When you face anything with the full confidence, your success is not very far away from you. Shake hands very firmly, but only if a hand is offered to you first. Then maintain eye contact, listen carefully, welcome all questions, even the difficult ones, with a smile. Give honest and the direct answers. Develop answers in your head before you respond. I told you before that you just take a pause for some time. Whichever question is being asked by the interviewer, you just take a pause, think over it, and then give the answer. If you don't understand a question, ask for it to be repeated or even clarified. You don't have to rush, but you don't want to appear indecisive. So these are the different tips and the common questions, some sample questions. I have given you the details and all those things. The next and the most important thing is on the day of the interview. On the day of the interview, that is the most important day maybe in your life or something. Remember to plan your schedule so that you arrive 10 to 15 minutes early. Since we are in college, being a placement drive when you are attending the interview, that is a different part. But I am talking to you in for the general interview. From your home, you are going to attend the interview to the company. So during that time, you just need to plan your schedule so that you arrive 10 to 15 minutes early. Go by yourself. Don't go along with your friends. So first impression is the best impression. Look professional. Dress in a manner appropriate to the job. Leave your MP3 player or coffee or backpack, or even the most important thing is the cell phone. Turn off your cell phone and bring your sense of humor and smile. That is the most important thing. So these are the different tips so far. So you need to end your interview with a good impression. A positive end to the interview is another way to ensure your success. Be courteous and allow the interview to end on time. Restate any strengths or experiences that you might not have emphasized earlier. Mention a particular accomplishment that fits the job. If you want the job, say so. Ask when the employer plans to make a decision. Indicate a time when you contact the employer to learn of the decision. And don't forget to send a thank you note or letter after the interview. So I hope you feel the lecture useful, and I wish you all the best for your placement and for the future life. Thank you very much.